Hello, everyone.
Was that just aired?
It's day.
Happy
Enjoy your
Valentine's
PV,
Day.
everyone!
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why that looks like that, but okay. Hopefully my mic is working.
Lovely.
We don't really know what's going
Someone
on.
in chat tell us if you can't hear Charlie.
Yeah, this will be real awkward real fast if you can't, so. Here, hang on. I'm gonna... Yep,
Right?
I'm
right?
coming through. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. We're here with something we slapped together in about an hour, so hopefully it's fun and exciting. It's gonna be messy and romantic, and that's all that matters, right? That's what this holiday's about. Messy romance.
It's a raccoon polycule as our per our usual.
I guess I can do announcements. That's the thing I do. If you are enjoying what we're doing, there are many ways to support the show. We have one affiliate link. I don't remember who it's with. Hero? That sounds right.
Hero Forge or I don't. Who knows? Just whatever. We're
we
doing
can
stuff. Just figure it out.
Skip the affiliate thing, and you can just direct donate to our coffee page or buy merch on Redbubble.
Yeah.
Merch is
You
the
could-
most fun one.
The rhombus of love would be a perfect Valentine's Day gift.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage you to get the merch. We have Rhombus of Love merch.
We do. Yeah.
Go buy our merch.
And next up is I've been designing the symbol for the Misfits, so hopefully we will have Misfits merch
Heck yeah.
soon.
I
I have to run it by the crew first. The rough drafts of it.
It's got such a long and arduous approval process. I don't know how you do it.
It
Jenna.
really does. You guys don't understand the red tape that I have to go through to design things around here, okay?
Grouped in triplicate multiple times.
Even
First
though
she has to design it, and then we all have to give it a thumbs up emoji.
Yeah.
that's the process,
Yes.
actually, yes.
All of our social media stuff is on the Beacons page too. Join our Discord. That's all I really have to say about that. Join the Discord. See pictures
got
of
the Maymays.
food. I'm
Maymays.
seeing
Rule
food
over
events.
Maria's food and awe at all of our cute pets.
Yeah, we do
I
do
really
that
gotta
too.
send more pictures of Gideon. I've got so many.
You
good
really
pictures.
do.
Yes,
He's
you do.
adorable.
I love Gideon.
Big
I
face
love
bear.
all the pets.
If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, we do things live at times. So be there. Or be a rhombus.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, that's all I have. We are playing Rollmance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game we found on itch literally 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Valentine's Day.
No time because we just were like, fuck it, let's do some stuff.
Yeah.
Things.
It's we're gonna take turns being the GM. It's not technically like totally GM-less. It's a
Mhm.
rotating cast of GMs. So
Mhm.
I guess we can tell people what our characters are.
They should probably start with the setting, yeah?
Hey, sure. Space.
Final frontier.
Haven't told.
Yeah. I'm certain that's the start of some Star Trek fan fiction out there somewhere. Just by sheer law of averages.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But yeah, we are going to be playing as a group of space explorers who have landed on a new Zedon planet and are in the process of setting up an initial colony.
Mhm.
Hey. There's plants and animals.
Yes, there are plants and animals. Breathable atmosphere? Did we decide on breathable
Mhm.
atmosphere?
Makes sense.
Sure.
I would prefer it to be breathable.
I imagine that when we landed on this planet, maybe maybe all of us scientists were like, okay, we gotta, identify the atmosphere first. And before that was even completed, I broke my helmet or something, and it was like, we're fine, apparently.
And Alexi just like sternly looks at you, even though internally he's having a heart attack.
Well, speaking of Alexi, perhaps we should do some character introductions.
I'm Jenna, and I will be playing Alexi
Bolova.
Balova. I don't know. I just made up the name not that long ago, like maybe, 30 minutes ago. And Alexi is tall. He's 6'4". He is muscular as fuck. He's hot, mysterious, goatee, military. I don't know what the Russian equivalent of an army ranger is, but he is your local survivalist. Keeping the smart people alive. And yeah, what else do I have to... His main goal is to keep the crew that he's been assigned to protect alive.
Good goal.
I will be the resident meathead. That's Alexi. I don't know if we need to introduce any more stuff, but yeah.
That's probably all we need to do, yeah. Well, I will be playing Dr. Tabitha Tabby McKenzie, the resident biochemist aboard our starship. We didn't come up with a name for the ship, I'm now realizing.
Trooper.
Oh my gosh. Sure, we'll call it the Trooper. But Dr. McKenzie is on the smaller side of things. 5'3", blonde hair, blue eyes, very traditionally attractive. She is also very smart, and she has a complex about that and how it has isolated her a little bit through her life. But, she was recruited by NASA and sent out to an exoplanet, so that's pretty cool. She'll probably be more proud of that than she is, but what can you do?
We'll get her there. That's fine. I can go next. I am gonna be playing Doctor ? It's they don't really use any sort of title, but they're Riley Moore.
PhD.
Riley parentheses PhD Moore. They are very average looking, unassuming, skinny, messy, curly hair, plain clothes, glasses. They are like horticulturist, botanist of the crew here to study all the plants. That is their focus is plants. And probably causes way too many, more problems than you would imagine with a plant obsession. But it happens, so.
-3 in luck. I know that's
Disaster
not one of the skills,
botanist, got it.
Yep,
Disaster botanist.
awkward botanist.
I love. I'm Brianna. I'm playing Kira Reeves, who is the local engineer / part-time mad scientist.
Love it.
Don't ask what she's building in her lab.
Only good things.
I don't ask questions.
She's the other resident short queen. Light hair, dark hair, light skin, and joining the Blue Eye Gang.
Yeah.
Generally, goal is to keep the colony in working shape, which is enough of a challenge. Certainly given how accident-prone people are. And the secondary goal is to discover fucked up new frontiers of science in space.
Science.
Space. No one can tell you what you're doing is illegal.
That's true.
There's no laws in space.
Ethics, what ethics?
There's no ethics in space.
All right. Well, per this system, we need to determine a writer and director for our first scene. Do we just want to do rollies for it?
I mean, we could do rollies, or if anyone has like an idea for a first scene. I'm trying to make character nameplates, so that's what I'm doing right now.
So just to double check what the rules say, writer basically pitches the idea, and then director doesn't have their character in the scene and organizes how it's played out.
Their
Director usually doesn't have their character in the scene.
I can direct the first one, because if we want to do like morning, the morning scene, then my character would probably be doing like perimeter checks or something, because you're all like safe eating breakfast, presumably. Riley.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because I imagine he's the type to get up at like 5 a.m. and do like push-ups. And...
You're assuming he sleeps. Or they sleep.
Kira also gets up at 5 a.m. and is like popcorn. Watching the push-ups.
Yes. Doing pull-ups on the door.
Hell yeah.
Do we want to have that be the first scene then? Just like the morning routine at the base?
Sure. Question.
I mean, we
before
could say
get
it's
started.
after Alexi has gotten up and like done his workout and like is, you know, doing morning perimeter checks and all that. And you guys are like eating breakfast and planning the day. I don't know.
That works.
Yeah.
You said you had a question, Brie?
How long are we picturing this base as existing? Like, how long have we been here?
Probably at least a month, I'd say.
Yeah.
Month seems good.
Enough to
especially
get
for, like, just
settled.
starting.
Yeah, enough to get settled, but
Time
not
that,
like
all the
explore
buildings
everything.
are set up, but it's like not comfortable yet, I guess.
That's fair.
All right. Well, it seems like Alexi and Kira are going to be major characters here. I don't really think Tabby has a whole lot interesting in the mornings beyond her like makeup routine. So I can play director, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And per this system, that means I need to give out my heart token to someone else
Oh my gosh.
so that people can influence things later on.
How does the influence work again?
In the midst of the scene, you can either like suggest something like nicely, or you can give a heart token to be like, but I really want this to happen.
Okay.
Of course, director has final say.
Fair enough.
Because I think there will be interesting possibilities with it, I will give my heart to Bree.
All right.
Start things out.
Aww.
So cause some
sweet.
chaos.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're just 5 a.m. Is Riley doesn't sleep, so I don't know what's wrong.
Riley hasn't gone to bed yet.
They haven't gone to bed yet.
The first thing Riley grew on this system was coffee beans.
I love that.
managed to make
Mhm.
some sort of like personal branded energy drink.
Mhm. Mhm.
I love that.
Question, does it use local flora?
Yes.
That
Oh,
like
boy.
hyper coffee.
hmm
God
Mhm.
only knows what's in it.
It's like caffeine pills.
Monster energy berries.
Oh, love it.
All right. We'll say we'll pick up. We'll say there's like a loading area by the greenhouse. And there's
Mhm.
like a small forklift there, a few like pallets of supplies, lots of dirt, both local and non-local. Of course, strictly segregated. Can't be tampering with samples at all. Alexi?
Mhm.
How goes the perimeter check?
He's just walking around. He's got, weaponed up in his uniform-esque outfit, cargo pants and
All right.
a really tight black shirt.
Hell yeah.
Okay, short sleeve or tank top though?
You know what? I think today he is wearing a tank top. It is a tank top today.
Tank top Tuesday.
The more we're describing this world and like the fashion related to it, I'm feeling like this is a jungle-ish world.
That's the vibe
yeah.
I was thinking.
So I'm kind of picturing like the perimeter is like this Jurassic Park-esque like fence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they needed such an out there botanist out in the first place. Because some of the plants around here are like, ooh.
Some are extra carnivorous.
That one looks like a Venus flytrap on steroids.
That one got up and walked away.
I followed it.
Yes.
Just picturing Riley like tracking the moving plant through the forest, like.
And then Alexi tracking Riley through the forest.
Later scene.
Just kind of huffing to himself.
And then Kira, are you just observing from a distance? Are you following Alexi around? What you doing?
She doesn't see much practical use in going out and patrolling if she's not scheduled to do so, or if there isn't like specific fence maintenance to be done. So I'd say she's double checking the greenhouse to make sure that nothing's broken at the start of her day and hopefully the end of Riley's at some point. Kira gets 8 hours of sleep.
All right.
And if Alexi's doing multiple, like, goes around whenever he goes by, she just pops her head out and she's like,
That ass, though.
hate to see him go. Love to watch him leave.
And then finally, Riley, is anything broken in the greenhouse today?
Did you break anything?
Ooh. I feel like that's a good opportunity for some form of roll.
Chaos.
All
We have
right.
a skill for that, right?
Well, there aren't really skills in this system as much as there's just like vague rolls.
Well, there are skill rolls. Doesn't it call them that?
Yeah. I guess it is a skill roll, but there aren't like skills per se. We'll say boldness plus composure for handling the alien fauna without breaking something.
Alright, that is a +1.
And we'll set the difficulty 7.
7? Okay. That's an 8. So, nothing broken, I would assume.
It appears nothing is broken, and probably are having some sort of successful result today.
Kira's kind of like peering around to see what they're doing.
I think I think a lot of my initial efforts have been cataloging all of the flora and fauna, so I probably have clippings of leaves or small plants that I'm like making detailed drawings of and trying to take very small samples and put them under a microscope and see the structure of these plants.
All right.
Sense.
Kira, who is by no means a biologist in her head, is just like, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
You assume these plants have mitochondria.
Whoa!
So something else is the powerhouse of the cell.
It's the monster energy berries.
Yeah.
What you working on?
I probably was so absorbed. I did notice that you came in, so I definitely jump. And look over you and was like, documenting the new samples that I picked up.
Anything interesting?
It's all kind of interesting, and I probably dive into an explanation, like grab my drawings and be like, yeah, see if you look at this breakdown of the stem, you can see it's got a very, very unique set makeup. I think most of them still operate under the concept of photosynthesis, but there seems to be something else at play that I haven't been able to nail down yet.
Oh, a mystery.
Then if you look here, and I'll like gesture to the microscope,
She'll look.
you can see that the cell structure is different from some of the plants from Earth.
I'm gonna need you to point out the differences. I don't do plants.
I will dive in and do lots of sciencey talk that I am
You're
not
just very here for it.
creative enough to come up
He's
with on
just
the
like-
spot.
Well, let's go ahead and have a roll here, perhaps. Let's see. Trying to convey your love of plants. I think we're actually gonna say that this probably falls under charm, oddly enough.
All right.
Or maybe... You know what? No. I'm thinking honesty, actually. They're, like, doing that authentic, like, nerd ramble of just, like, you've activated the special interest trap card.
All right.
So that'll be your honesty, and then, since this is interacting with another character, the relationship score comes in here. So what is y'all's relationship score?
14.
14. And then the type of relationship is what again?
Romantically
Romantic
interested.
interest.
Alright. I will say that this falls under furthering relationship here, so that'll give you a +1. And then Kiera, what is your guarded/trusting value?
-1. She's more on the guarded side.
Okay. So I believe that comes out to, well, pretty much just a plus your honesty there, Riley.
Which is a -1.
Oh no. I guess we'll see how this plays out.
What's the difficulty?
How interested would you say you actually are in this, Kira?
She's less interested in the plants and more interested in Riley's enthusiasm for the plants. It's like, I don't understand any of this, but you're very into it, and I like that.
When Riley's into things, you know?
That sounds average to me, so we'll give that an 8.
That is a 7.
Just
Here we go
barely.
again, Charlie.
Now, there are degrees of success in this system, so you failed by 1, which means that it's only a slight failure. So, unfortunately, Kira, Riley's not really grabbing you with these plants. So, how does that manifest?
She kind of is like, it feels a little like it's tipped over into Riley has entirely focused on the plants and a little bit forgotten she's there, at least from her side of things. She's a little bit like,
I have a suggestion of like
okay,
how Riley can come across because I haven't slept yet. So I think there's definitely bags under my eyes, and we're probably entering that like manic territory
yeah,
of like, oh
I've
my
been
god,
there.
plants.
When you've stayed up till 4 a.m. and
Pulls
you've
out
had
the
way too
corkboard
much
and
caffeine.
strings.
There's a pile of empty energy drink cans.
Kira looks like, okay, that's, well,
This is not sexy.
alas. She's like, are you planning on sleeping at some point?
Yes.
Is that point soon?
Unclear.
Have you considered you might do better science if you're well rested?
Debatable.
Have you considered that if you fall asleep and pass out on your samples, you'll have to get new ones? You don't know if there's something extra interesting about these particular ones that you might miss.
I think you can tell that they're just like, damn it.
Right, and I hate it when she's right.
I hate it when she points out my humanity.
Curse
Just
this
want to
mortal
be immortal.
form.
So, if we look at this scientifically, if the samples aren't going to expire in the next, say, 6 hours, get a nap maybe?
I think they're like mulling it over and they can't stop a yawn from slipping out. Like, fine. And there's absolutely a
you.
cot in the greenhouse.
I love that. Kira can't criticize because she's strung up a hammock in her workshop.
Lexi can sleep anywhere.
We go out and
The
he's
ground.
like sleeping in like just on his back, balanced on something, but like straight.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm imagining him standing up, arms crossed, eyes open, and he's just sleeping.
One eye open always.
In mother country, you do not shut your eyes when you sleep.
But I'll go over to my cot and flop down on it and cocoon myself in the blanket.
Well, thank God, Riley's finally going to sleep.
Oh, you're back. Hi.
Hello.
She's gonna dispose of the energy cans that are sort of left scattered on the floor, presumably.
Here to recycle them. NASA's actually very big about recycling, especially on missions.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
I assume we have some sort of like a. What are they made out of?
Aluminum.
Mhm.
It would probably be aluminum, but it would probably also be like a very reinforced aluminum.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So puts those through whatever machine we have that reconstitutes materials.
Mhm. Alexi is going to before you go to sleep, you eat, and hands Riley like a power bar or something.
They're probably already passed out.
Alexi just sets the power bar next to them.
I thought you were about to say Alexi just like slowly inserts.
It's a good way to die.
You'd die if we didn't tell you when to eat. Waste away.
How was patrol?
Good. No issues.
Anything I need to address with the perimeter?
There was, it looked like some sort of animal activity on the northwest end of the perimeter fence.
Well, I can take a look if you want to keep an eye out.
Yeah. Of course.
Thank you. She'll go get her. First, put on something like, I don't know, outer clothes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She was just wearing like a tank top and like casual pants or something.
Mm-hmm.
So getting the tools, we're hiking out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if we're going to be fixing up the fence here, let's call that cutting seems appropriate here.
All right. How's this calculation done again?
Depends on the specifics of the roll. In this case, it's just going to be plus cunning.
All right.
2d6 plus your cunning.
Well, my cunning is a 3, so.
All right. And difficulty-wise, this is pretty routine. We'll make this a 6.
All right. Got a 6 and a 1, so 10 total.
Okay. So that's success by 4 or more. So you succeed even better than you could have hoped for. So you get some major opportunity from this.
What sort of opportunities are fair game here? Or
Well, we're all
do you have
doing
suggestions?
We're doing this all communally, so I mean, I had one suggestion that came to mind.
All right.
There is some repair that needs doing that ends up requiring that Alexi stand in close proximity to you.
She's doing like I need you to hold this for me. And it's like he's holding it like against the thing and she slides in, she's standing right between him and like the fence fixing it.
Just close enough that our fronts have like brushed up against each other.
Also worth noting, he's what, 6 something? 6'4". Yeah, she's like 5'2".
Mm-hmm.
So height difference, but also she's very hard.
I mean, size kinks are a thing.
Like this made her morning.
How you feeling about that, Alexi?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Alexi's having thoughts.
Okay.
Just like picking her up against the fence, but he's holding this thing, so you know.
She would probably be upset if you did that before she finished fixing it.
So, probably just like admiring the view of her, like right there. Good view.
Oh, that tank top's pretty low cut.
And you can see right down it. It's got an aerial view.
I was like, why are you like this?
For other reasons.
You put us in this position, Crow. I don't feel bad.
I did. I agreed with this game. All right. Well, if you don't have any other interaction necessarily in mind there, I think I'll give one last little wrinkle here and say that over the megaphones on the colony comes to life. Morning, everyone. This is... Gotta come up with a name off the top of my head. This is Captain Sparrow.
His first name is Jack.
He's black.
It's actually John, but everyone calls him Jack.
Is he a void of darkness?
We need everyone to get their assigned duties done as quick as possible here. The meteor storm we saw beforehand is approaching the planet. We're probably going to need to bunker down for a few hours. Chop chop.
Kira had been dragging out the fix a little bit longer just because she's into this. But she finishes up in the next like 5 seconds. She's like, nah, can't delay this much longer.
Yeah. Alexi swears under his breath about the announcement, but it's in Russian.
Kira does not speak it, so.
And yeah. Probably adjust his waistband because, you know.
All according to plan.
All according to Kenkaku.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
The god of chaotic polycules.
All right. Well, as this scene ends, at the end of every scene, there are supposed to be relationship changes. And these can range from -3 all the way up to +3, depending upon the extremeness that happened during the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking in this case, between Kira and Riley, probably a +1. The role wasn't a success, but, you know, there was, like, a mutual sort of...
You spent time
take care of
together.
yourself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll add +1 to that relationship there. I'm waffling between a +1 or a +2 for flirtatious repairs.
I'd argue +2, given the
Mhm.
everything.
All right, +2 it is. And just so you all are aware, the next threshold up from where we all decided to start would be a 20 in the relationship score.
Okay.
Next threshold down would be going to single digits, 9 or below.
Okay. And when you cross a threshold, that kind of changes the balance of the relationship, or?
That changes what kind of relationship it is.
Okay.
So you need to mutually agree upon a new kind of relationship.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It seems like it's the end of that scene. So, who wants to be writer and who wants to be director?
Since Riley's sleeping, maybe.
I
Just a
sleep.
thought.
Technically speaking, it's supposed to be like whoever's to your right, but like we're not at an actual table.
I don't think
Yeah.
the order matters that much. People have ideas for stuff.
I don't know if you have ideas though.
So writer makes the pitch, director directs how it goes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I could take a stab at directing if you like.
All right.
I'm going to say that for the duration of this, Kiara is off, if the meteor shower has arrived, doing repairs as needed.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff may or may not break.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do we have a writer?
I have an idea, I suppose.
Oh.
Okay.
If there is going to be this meteor shower, anything that's stored outside needs to be secured in the storage areas. So, could be in one of these storage areas. Just folks securing samples and supplies and whatnot.
Yeah, and our greenhouse, like how reinforced is that? Like, should we be grabbing Riley?
I mean, it's a greenhouse, so it probably needs some shutters.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Kira
Kira can be off shuttering
Yeah,
Riley from getting meteored away.
probably just as background, like Alexi and Kira like hit the button on the shutters, and then Kira went off to do her meteor shower reconnaissance duty.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing as we've met 3 of us so far, what is Dr. Tabby Mackenzie up to in this time of meteor shower peril?
Well, because we're on an alien planet, I like the idea that for no discernible reason, a lot of the fauna around here resembles nudibranches. Do you all know what nudibranches are?
I'm going to need some explanation.
No.
It is a specific type of sea slug that you've probably seen before because they all look insane.
How's this spelled? I'm going to look it up.
Nunibranches. Yes. Nudibranches.
Okay, I'm mildly familiar with those. They do look very different. So you're saying, wait, this is the flora or the fauna that looks like
The
this?
flora.
Okay.
The fauna.
Okay, the fauna. I can work with that.
So I like the idea that one of the samples she needs to store is like this cat-sized slug creature that we managed to successfully capture and has some very interesting biochemical processes going on.
It's alive?
Yeah, as far as we can tell.
I mean, like, it wasn't killed in the process of acquiring it.
No.
As far as we can determine life or death in an alien species.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dr. Mackenzie's dealing with this. What sort of containment apparatus would you say this thing needs?
Probably some sort of aquarium.
How strong is Dr. Mackenzie?
Not terribly.
Okay, so for the drama of it all, I'm gonna say that she's just gotta get this like put away, but it's kind of heavy and bulky and like in a way where it's hard to lift. Which is when Alexei shows up as he's doing his rounds and making sure that these scientists who have no muscles can actually get their stuff done.
All right. You probably find Tabby just like bent over, arms on like both ends of this aquarium, just like.
Do you need help?
With your knees.
Oh! And she immediately stumbles.
Didn't mean to scare you.
No, it's hi.
Alexei just picks it up with his like arm muscles like just bulging and rippling.
Oh,
Where do you need this?
Like checks her data pad. Storage area C is where we're putting Charlie here.
All right, I will get Charlie to the proper storage area C.
Okay. I should probably come with. You know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you needed to get done here?
Yeah, should probably stow some of these collections as well. Takes like a few racks of like flasks. And starts like loading them onto the cart that she was probably trying to move this aquarium onto. So
Alexei's just holding the thing like it's nothing.
Where are you bunkering down for the meteor shower?
Oh, wherever I'm needed.
I mean, are you going to bunker A or bunker B? Bunker C?
I'm not sure. Probably. I mean, yeah, probably A or B or C.
Cool. It's cool.
I'm just making sure that all of the science folks have what they need and can get their work done.
It's important work. Important work. Whew. She's just like staring at the bicep.
Sorry, pausing for a second. I realized I forgot to give out hearts.
Oh, yes.
So I give all of them out?
Yeah, if you're a director, you need to give out all your hearts.
Okay. Given that we're starting with you two, I'm going to give one to Tabby and one to Alexei.
Thank you. You know, if you're undecided on which bunker you're gonna be in, I don't know if you've ever played Uno before.
What is Uno?
It's a card game.
In Russia, we don't have card games except for poker, I guess.
Well, I don't know how to. You could teach me how to play poker.
We could do that. Or you could teach me this Uno.
Yeah, it's not super hard. It's just matching, colors and numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's not rocket science.
Well, that's good because I could not do rocket science.
Yeah, I can't do rocket science either.
Ah, I thought you could.
Oh no! I'm. You should have gotten the dossier, but maybe you don't remember. Oh my god.
I'm gonna say, given that this seems to be a general attempt to persuade Alexei to bunker down with you.
Yeah.
He's not very.
Let's say charm for the persuasion. Is Tabby trying to come up as like cool when she's doing it, or does she not care if she sounds awkward?
Probably doesn't care.
Okay, let's just say charm then.
Okay, and then Alexei, what's the?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're director. You're supposed
No,
to.
I don't remember how to play half of this.
We don't actually know what we're doing, bro. So.
Yeah. So straight roll plus charm plus or minus whatever Alexei's guarded trusting number
Oh,
is.
my guarded it's -2. He's
Oof.
very guarded.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Or
How before I set a difficulty, how would you say Alexi feels about this situation?
about Tabby?
About Tabby and if he can tell it's a request to bunker down together, or
He does not realize that she's flirting.
Okay.
But
In that case, how does he feel about the offer of the card
appreciates
game?
the friendly card game.
would he be predisposed towards being convinced?
Yeah. I
All
mean, he doesn't have any plans except for keep everybody alive.
All right, I'll set the difficulty pretty low at 6 then.
Okay.
It's probably going to go well, unless it goes catastrophically bad.
Be
We
funny.
do have a +1 because of romantically interested, so this comes out to just a straight roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Oh no!
Okay. So not a success, but not a failure by a lot.
Yeah.
I have a thought for how that goes, unless the two of
Sure.
you have a go-to. I'd say that Alexi would probably rain check her on that, because he might have some other duties he needs to attend to. So he's
I
like,
need to make sure that Riley is in a proper bunker because Riley cannot keep Riley safe.
They're still in the greenhouse, aren't they?
Yeah, not an ideal place for meteor shower, but so I'm going to have to get Riley and bring Riley, but maybe we end up in bunker A. Is that the one you were wanting to play in?
I was probably going to be in bunker C.
Okay, maybe we end up in bunker C. You know,
'Cause, you
maybe.
know, there's a little extra space there, and you remember Dorothy, the horse-looking one?
The what? Did you say horse?
horse?
You know, she had the long appendages,
Oh,
3 antenna.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, I was thinking you were talking about the kitchen staff. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's just we didn't have anything big enough to contain her, so I've kind of been retrofitting bunker C a little bit to help house her.
there's a creature in bunker C.
But she's all right. I mean, it's just a simple base solution. You just apply a little water to it, and it's fine.
I have no idea what you just said.
Sorry. She's harmless. She's harmless.
Okay. Well, then maybe I need to be in bunker C to make sure that you're okay. I don't think that you take your safety seriously enough.
I mean, that'll be totally fine. It's just a average basic solution. It only can dissolve your bones if it goes untreated.
Lexi looks horrified. I understood
stop.
that.
sorry.
Tabby's
Just
thought bubble. Did I push it too far?
Above the table, like, just thinking in my head, like Tabby's like, yeah, it's only like a 2 on the pH scale, and it's like, that's low. That's good, right?
Oh, 2. That's good. Not very dangerous. 10 would be very
Yeah.
dangerous.
I mean, it's not dangerous to your flesh.
Okay. Maybe I go and make sure that you don't get hurt. But first I got to go find Riley, because Riley might try to run off during meteor shower, and then I have to dodge meteors to get Riley back safely, and this is just, it's a lot.
Yeah, I get it.
I would really much
fine.
like if we could put a tracker on Riley, like just to keep Riley, so we know where Riley is at all times. Maybe I talk to Kira about this. Maybe this thing
Yeah.
Kira could create.
Kira already has one.
How do you know you don't already have subcutaneous trackers?
we
Well,
all have
I got you when you were
trackers under our
sleeping.
skin.
I mean, distinct possibility that NASA would hijack all of us anyway if we're off
Is that
on an
what
exoplanet.
Kira was putting him?
Hacked the system. Anyways, would it make sense for it to be the same scene for Alexi to go retrieve Riley, or would you guys prefer chopping that up?
That's fine.
All right. Dr. Mackenzie, I believe you would head back to your retrofitted menagerie, which is
exactly
full
one
of...
specimen in it.
No, there's 2 now. You made me put that other one in there. Charlie's in there as well.
I'm a slug.
I fully just pulled that name out of my internal hat.
Charlie is a slug. It's okay.
Okay.
An adorable slug.
All right.
So I imagine Tabby's just following Alexi as he's like with a purpose, like, and you just kind of hear him sigh, like.
Yeah, so Tabby, the choice is yours, following Alexi to go retrieve Riley or heading to the bunker to check on your specimens.
I can help with Riley, if you like.
Sure.
They've kind of been, going into some of the sap samples that I've been using, which is fine as long as they don't contaminate anything.
What? Okay. All right.
Remember that mushroom that had like the stuff that looked like strawberry jam?
Yes, I remember.
The delay there. The delay there has got
it was
Tabby
just like wheels were
uh,
trying to turn, but you could tell they weren't going anywhere. Like you're just like, okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
So hot.
What's that mean? That it's like, you're so stupid already taking shirt off.
God, you're so stupid. Make out with me right now.
While this is happening, Dr. Moore, how are you sleeping?
I am cocooned. I dead to the world.
Love
no
it.
idea. Like you came, Kira and Alexi came in, closed the shutters. No response from me. I am just cocooned on the cot. Hair, like all you see is my hair, my curly hair, just sticking out of the top of this blanket cocoon.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Alexi and Tabby, you come upon Riley. They're just sleeping there, cocooned, a little bit of hair poking out.
Alexi's gonna pick up the entire cot with Riley on it and just move the cot to wherever, because Alexi knows that Riley doesn't sleep enough, so he doesn't want to wake Riley up, so
I feel
he
like
just grabs the whole cot with
like Tabby started with like a gentle Riley, we need you.
squats and then like just lifts.
That's how you lift with the knees.
All right, you lead the way, Tabby. Maybe get the door for me. My hands are a little.
Yeah, I can get the door. She like holds it in such a way that you have to walk in front of her, and she's just like, God damn.
Well, did I bump you? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's great. Super great assets. Super great assets to the team. Both of you are.
Thank you. This means a lot coming from somebody as well learned as you.
Yeah.
Oblivious. Thinks he's complimenting her.
For that, because of the particular dynamics there, I'm gonna say roll to get away with that without causing problems.
Roll to get away with murder.
What I'm gonna say for that is this is I'm gonna say charm because convincing, but also boldness because this is a risky situation.
Okay. Which one would you want me to roll?
Can't you do a combined? Or
Yeah,
is it no?
you can do.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay,
Charm,
then I just have a
boldness.
-3. It's fine.
And Tabby, what is your guarded trusting number?
+2 trusting. She is very open.
Okay.
How would you characterize
Negative
her
one.
knee-jerk reaction to this kind of compliment?
Annoyed, but understandably, like, she's probably gotten this a few times and is like, yeah, I'm super smart.
All right. I'm going to set the difficulty at 8 for slightly difficult then.
Okay.
And then there is the romantically interested. This isn't really furthering
Plus one
relationship.
Yeah.
for that. So I just got 8 then.
Wait one sec. So, romantically yeah, this isn't. I'd agree with Crow on that. This isn't really furthering the relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so then not that, because then it's 7, I believe.
We can't win for losing around here.
If you can come up with a reason for how it would further the relationship, then I'll give it to you.
I mean, the problem is Alexi's not that charming. Otherwise, like, or aware of anything really besides safety and the environment and how to kill
Okay.
stuff.
So, if we leave it as is, failure, but a minor failure.
Mm-hmm. So she's just mildly annoyed with him now.
My thought would be like, sees that he means well, and also has a very nice ass.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, it's the
Yeah.
compliment that everyone gives her, and
+2 for assets.
Without the ass, it would have been a higher failure.
He does do a lot of squats.
Oh yeah. All right. So,
He never skips leg day.
your reaction, Dr. McKenzie?
oh, well, thank you, Alexi.
You're welcome.
So, I don't know where, Riley is supposed to be, birthed for the, meteor shower. You might want to talk with the captain about that.
I know what you mean.
Hatched from my cocoon.
Beautiful butterfly.
Yeah. We just hear Riley go. No. Okay. I will check with Captain. Could you grab walkie-talkie out of my belt?
Sure. It's this pouch.
Yup.
Give me a second. This latch is a little, difficult.
Thank you. If you want to just dial Captain's number, I will ask where we are to put Riley.
Mhm.
This entire team's a sexual harassment suit waiting to happen.
Good thing there's no laws on Planet X or wherever we are.
In space, no one can report you to HR.
There is no HR.
That's it. There's
in space.
probably an HR manager somewhere around here.
Switch it to the captain's frequency and, like, hold. I have to, like, stand on tippy toes to, like, hold it to Alexi's ear.
Yeah, Captain. Where was Riley supposed to bunker down for meteor shower?
I'm gonna roll a dice, see whether I be dramatic or not. Alright. Believe it's. You hear the sound of rustling papers.
Mm-hmm.
Bunker C.
All right. Thank you so much. That's where I was going anyways. All right, Tabby, would you like to lead the way?
Yeah, sure. I can, introduce you guys to Dorothy.
Yes. We are not supposed to touch Dorothy because Dorothy's has solution something. Eat skin. Bab.
Just don't touch what's coming out of her, well, it's not a mouth.
Are we sure that Dorothy is safe?
Yeah. Yeah, so
I'm starting to get concerned. this venomous creature.
Well, she's not venomous. She's
Acid-
well, we haven't had an. Oh, I get to come up with a new term.
If you don't have something specific other than heading there, I'm going to say it's probably a good scene end for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We set Riley down in the bunker and bunker down, and Alexi's gonna learn how to play Uno.
All right. So end of a scene is relationship changes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, give me your pitches for what you think it should be, because I have what I think it should be. And then we'll argue from there.
I would say that the sexual tension was there.
You did also get 2 failed rolls.
But
Yeah.
yes, so I don't. Is there an option for it to stay the same?
There is a 0 option, and that was my thought. It was 0.
Because like the sexual tension was there.
I'd say, yeah, probably canceled each other out. So like
Yeah.
2 failures, but very horny.
Horny, annoyed but horny.
Potential, not hate sex, but annoyed sex. Missionary, so you can keep arguing.
Oh dear.
I like it.
All right, so keep it steady then.
Yep.
That was my thought.
All right. And though Dr. Moore was in the scene, I'm not sure that really counts as interaction.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would Dr. Moore find it hot that he
I was dead to the world.
he carried them out?
All right. So
I've been writer and director once each time now, so y'all figure this out.
Where's Kira bunkering down?
Kira currently isn't. She's running around fixing shit.
Okay.
This is possibly against orders.
I have an idea. Kira's out running around trying to fix shit when the meteors start coming down.
Sounds about right.
And Alexi has to go rescue her.
So then Riley and
This is not the person you normally have this problem with.
yeah, normally Kira is not running off and getting into trouble, but causing trouble in the workshop, but not.
All right, that leaves us at a bit of an impasse if the same person can't be writer and director.
Normally, but we're also kind of freeballing it here, so.
Do we want to have a scene between Tabby and Riley?
Ooh, that could work.
Riley wakes up and Alexi has run off to get Kira because
All right.
Yeah, sure.
apparently
Okay,
he's adopted these 3 really smart people to keep them alive. That's what's happening right now.
All right. I bequeath the directorship to you then.
Jenna in charge.
All right.
That's a new one.
Jenna's
Since I
in
don't
charge.
think the same person can be director twice in a row.
No,
I don't think it really
know
matters.
You
what
can be
recommended,
writer
but
if
it
you
doesn't
want,
really
right?
matter.
I mean, I'd rather keep it like balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be writer if you want.
Sure.
So,
Okay, so scene between Dr. Mackenzie and Dr. Moore, with
Yes.
Riley kind of dead to the world, and I assume Tabby's like tending to Dorothy.
and Charlie.
Yeah.
How would you characterize Dorothy's demeanor?
Oddly horse-like, despite the fact that she lacks any obvious skeletal structure.
All right.
I'm
For the
kinda I'm
A
kinda
horse
picturing-
slug.
I don't know how familiar y'all are with Pokemon, but I'm picturing like a Scolipede if it was like a slug.
Can Dorothy climb the walls?
I'm gonna say no, that does not mean she's not sticky.
Okay. I'm going to say then for the scene, Dorothy is running amok in some way that is not going to let Riley keep sleeping.
Yes.
And Tabby's trying to control this.
All right.
So I imagine that Dorothy has escaped her enclosure and is running around, but also you've now realized that Dorothy screeches.
So the Ratchet can make noise. Wonderful.
And Riley is sleeping, so I don't know. Is there a roll for I want to say composure for whether or not you wake up on the first screech, Riley.
Okay. Just composure?
Yeah. No, I think composure, well, yeah, composure and aloofness, maybe?
You also need to set a difficulty.
I think the difficulty is actually going to be pretty high because I think these screeches are...
My aloofness is already... Well, my modifier for this roll is -2 already, so...
Cool. I'm pretty sure you're going to wake up then because...
Difficulty ranges between 5 and 12, with 12 being, like, nigh impossible.
Let's put it in a 9.
Alright.
It's pretty difficult to stay
That's
asleep.
6.
Ooh.
Yeah, you wake up. You wake up from a screeching horse-like slug that is running wild while you are in your cot. And last you remember, you were in the greenhouse, and now you are in a bunker, and it is chaos. So, what do you do, Riley?
I bolt upright. My curly hair is even more of a mess than usual. My glasses are like halfway off my face, and I'm just like, "Where am I? What year is it? What?"
Put this on! And there's just, like, a hazmat suit thrown at your face.
I'm probably still trying to get my senses about me, so very slowly and clumsily get myself in it. Might be moving too slow for you.
And you just see Tabby running by, and she's, like, halfway into one herself. Like, she's got the arms and one leg on, but the other leg is just, like, trailing behind. And she's just, like, chasing Dorothy around.
How much do I know about Dorothy? Am I, like, pretty familiar with Dorothy's aspects, or just know that this creature has been housed here?
You've probably gotten a few samples from Dorothy, because, fun fact for all of you out there, nudibranches are partially photosynthetic. They eat and harvest algae in the tips of their tentacles and then let them grow and get energy off of that.
Okay.
What's Dorothy doing? What?
I opened the cage because I wanted another sample, and then, oh goodness. It's okay, girl, it's okay.
I think in my...
Don't spit, it's okay.
I think in trying to extricate myself from the blanket on my cot, I end up like tripping and face planting on the floor next to my cot with like this hazmat suit in front of me.
The disaster gaze were left alone.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, Dr. Moore, are you okay?
I'm fine. It wasn't that horrible. And then I kind of just like lazily kick the blanket off of me and then like pull my legs up very much like a toddler and like start shoving my feet into the legs of this hazmat suit.
Okay. Easy now, girl. Easy. It's okay. I put the needle away. It's okay. We don't need to take any more samples today. I don't know what kind of roll this would be.
I was gonna say, can you roll a you know what? Empathy. We're gonna call it empathy. Communication with animals is empathy.
Yeah. I could get empathy. What's my target number here?
Let's put it at 7 to convince Dorothy to get back in the cage. This is her first like little bit of freedom, and I feel like she's got a little bit of cabin fever, but she's not like impossible to wrangle, you know? She can be convinced. She likes you enough, you know?
Yeah. Whew, okay. Rolled a 5 plus a 3, so that is an 8.
You did it. Dorothy reluctantly follows your command, which is weird. And you're able to kind of between like nonverbal body language and like trying to like corral her, like I imagine your like arms are out and you're just trying to convince her to like get back in the cage,
shimmying back and forth, just
yeah. And she is convinced because she likes you enough. She doesn't really know about this other one, but she does scream again when she gets in the cage. But it's like a huff of like fine, but like in a very high pitched like.
I mean, slugs have a radula, which is basically a tongue with teeth, so I'm imagining that huff comes out like a chainsaw.
Yes.
Chainsaw Slug Horse was not on my bingo card for tonight.
These slugs are weird friggin' creatures, my guy.
Why does it looks like a horse, but it's also a slug. It's sort of an amorph horse. It's
Forever in the name of science, I probably find that like protein granola bar, breakfast bar, whatever that Alexi left, and I will peel it open and hold it out to Dorothy to see if she eats it.
Alexi would be losing his shit right now. Losing his shit.
I don't know if she can eat that, but
Won't know until we try. You might just dissolve it.
save the wrapper. I need to know what's in it.
I pull it out of the wrapper and hand the wrapper to Tabby. Still kind of like extend my hand towards Dorothy.
You want a snack, girl? Just like offering it to her gently.
You not seem interested, I guess.
Jenna, you're in charge. You decide.
Oh yeah. You know what? Roll charm,
Oh boy.
Riley. I feel like you're trying to charm this animal. I don't know why. Look, I'm just throwing ones out there, so it's.
What's my difficulty?
I'm gonna decide that it is a 7. So not impossible, not super easy, but not super hard.
Plus
Kind of
one
just
to
depends.
And
how the slug horse feels about you and the whatever that food is.
that's a 6.
Yeah, I think that Dorothy makes another like huffy chainsaw noise. I don't know if that was like a horse plus chainsaw. I just tried the noise. Anyways, takes a bite and then spits it like at Riley, but it just misses Riley because it's a slug horse. I don't know what their aim is like. And then does another screech. High-pitched screech.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna close this up.
I guess she doesn't like. What's in this? Granola?
Pull out the wrapper.
It's a protein bar. There's whey.
Lactose intolerance?
It's possible.
It's a whey protein bar. Whatever.
Well, wait, no, her slime dissolves bones.
It could be some sort of acidic component. Let's see here.
Maybe she dissolves the
Maltodextrin. Yep.
bones before consuming the rest.
But we haven't observed anything with bones on this planet yet.
I wonder, unless there's something that maybe not has bones, but has an exterior shell with a similar
Maybe that
molecular composition to bones.
Maybe that flowering plant we saw, we never found any fruit for it. Could be they grow some sort of... Oh no, the Uno cards! And Tabby goes over to where there was like the little Uno game and there is just like a puddle of slime. Right on
They
top
have
of
been
it.
dissolved, yes.
Yep. Oh. Sorry, I was teaching Alexi how to play. You're a very sound sleeper, by the way.
I mean, Dorothy was pretty loud. I wouldn't call that sound sleeping.
Well, I mean, Alexi was carrying you at one point.
I think I look around and I'm like, oh, we're right. What? Hang on. Bunker.
Oh,
What?
you probably missed the announcement too. Meteor storm beta got close enough that we need to hunker down.
My plants.
We put down the shutters. It's okay.
This could have been a good chance to observe the natural wildlife in the face of a meteor storm, though.
Well, I mean...
Riley starts inching towards the door.
Alexi just went out there. You know how he is. If you go out there, he's going to be very mad at you.
Just gonna
Again.
open the door. We can observe from in here.
I don't know. That seems like a bad idea.
It's in the name of science. Kira can 3D print you some more Uno cards. I go over to the door and I open it.
Impulse control not detected.
Alexi and Kira aren't here. My impulse control is somewhere else.
I like how Alexi and Kira are the impulse control for the entire team, and it doesn't bode well.
To be fair, in a just them situation, Alexi is probably Kira's impulse control too. So
I think he might be the entire team's impulse control. I'm not gonna lie.
When it comes to just like
Don't get
survival,
Alexi
yeah.
drunk.
Self-preservation.
If you're going outside, then here. And Tabby will reach to like a small pile of equipment she has for Dorothy and pull out like a rubber umbrella. She was a little spit happy when we first brought her in, so you know, precautions.
Is that really gonna hold up against a meteor, though?
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take the umbrella.
So you open the door.
Yep.
And you've got the umbrella.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a boldness plus cunning roll to see if anybody has noticed, specifically if Lexi and Kira are making their way this way or not. I don't know how to do a chance roll, so I'm just going to leave it to you. We're going to make it a 50-50 shot, so I think, what's that, a 5?
That's a 6.
6.
Six. Goodness sakes, I keep on losing track of her.
7 is slightly easy. 6 is easy.
Okay, let's do 7 then.
Okay. Said boldness plus cunning, so plus 2. That is a 7. You said 7, right?
Yep. So they have not noticed you. They are nowhere to be found. So what happens next?
Has the meteor shower started, or is it not
Yes.
quite there? It started. Okay.
It started. Doesn't look super bad out there, though.
Awesome.
Like they're probably hitting in like a nearby area, but not like this area. You know, like
cool.
yeah.
There's like a hill in the distance, and we can see like a few meteors just like
Yeah.
ripping through.
It's
the
like
jungle.
miles away.
That's so fun. How close is the nearest exit to our compound?
I'm gonna say that it is about 60 feet.
Okay, I'm I'm going.
Scientist loose.
Okay.
I can't be contained.
You cannot be contained.
Wait, Riley. Oh no.
What do you do? What do you do, Tabby? Follow Riley or stay back?
I look around. Alexi nowhere to be seen, and just be like, oh.
So when Alexi's not there, Tabby is Riley's impulse control. Kira and Tabby probably have similar impulse controls. I don't know.
Just like grabs the nearest thing, which is like a little grabber arm. Just like starts running after them. Just like, don't go alone.
Dangerous to go alone. Here,
Just grab her with you.
Yeah, no, I'll probably pause long enough for Tabby to catch up, and then I'm just like, yeah, come on, and I grab her wrist, and I'll just pull her behind me as we go out this gate.
Oh.
Okay.
This rubber umbrella.
I'm going to have you both make a boldness composure roll. No, boldness cunning roll to see if you are able to sneak past everybody who might. This is no longer an Alexi and Kira problem. Like, everybody knows that Riley is not supposed to be leaving and will alert Alexi to run after Riley. So we're going to place this one at 9.
Ooh, boy.
For both of you.
Okay.
Hey, so the only way I can succeed at this is rolling a 12, because boldness and cunning is a total of -4 for me.
Oh.
Great. I like it. Riley darts out successfully, and somebody sees Tabby, so.
I got a 9.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
That's a 3.
Oh, massive failure.
The medic, Edna, where are you guys? Where are you going, Tabby?
Hi, Edna. Riley wanted to go look at the meteors, and
Riley?
Yeah, just like feebly points the grabber arm at the direction of the gate.
I'll go get Alexi. Try to slow Riley down.
I mean, I'm trying, but you know how they are. They just, oh goodness.
Yeah.
Starts like running after
You gotta
him.
you gotta convince Riley to slow down, because Alexi's gonna be really upset if Riley dies on Alexi's watch.
I know. Oh, goodness. I've got my pad on me. Just like tell Alexi to follow the signal. Riley, wait! Just starts running after him.
All right, I'll go get Alexi.
Thank you, Edna.
Yep. So I think that's a good place to end this scene. Because I think that the next scene would be Kira and Alexi coming after you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then like switch to whatever you guys are doing out there. Unless you'd rather like go out there and see what you can get into in.
No, I think this is a good place to cut this particular scene, and then we can pick up with Kira and Alexi.
Mm-hmm.
But we do need to determine a relationship change after the end of that scene there.
What do you guys think about how that scene went for you?
I'd say maybe +2, because Tabby just sort of accidentally got convinced into going off with Riley on one of their misadventures.
We all are.
I think that works.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
There we are. Okay. And I suppose I'll slip back into the director's seat here, since Jenna was kind enough to be writer. So I need to give out a heart. We'll give it to Charlie.
Whee!
As a PSA, Captain has decided to curl himself around my hand and appears to be sleeping.
Aww.
Excellent.
Aww.
Good for him.
Hand is pillow and also body pillow.
Love it.
Ah, body pillow. All right. So, Kira, you're out doing repairs as the meteor storm is arriving. What are you thinking needed such urgent repairs?
I'm gonna say internal oxygen flow to one of the bunkers got damaged by like a stray meteor, and that's the kind of thing that needs an immediate fix. And before they could get safer protocols, she just went for it.
All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and start by having you roll for this, I think.
That's fair.
This is a relatively routine repair, but it is under a high-stress situation. So I think we'll put the difficulty at 9, and we'll say let's roll boldness and cunning in this instance.
Okay, that gives me a +4.
All right.
Hey, that's not for you. Sorry.
But what if it was?
His paws are like right here, so he's like, mine.
Ooh, dice.
Play.
With it's a 10
Okay.
with the +4 included.
Good
Hey,
news.
no.
The repairs are relatively simple. Bad news, they are taking a little bit of time, so you're at the moment stuck out here. Alexi, you probably hear over security that there is still a crew member outside as the meteor swarm is hitting.
What the fuck? Riley is sleeping. What do you mean crew member is outside? Which crew member?
Miss Reeves.
Ugh. He starts he will exit the area and make ways to places where he thinks that Kira would potentially be fixing. The places that she has indicated important stuff happens.
All right.
And he remembers the important.
I assume you're not trying to, like, hide Kira.
No, she's just very focused on fixing the problem.
Yeah, so probably very easy to locate her.
Kira, what are you doing? We're supposed to be in bunker. There's meteor shower.
She gestures to some of the mechanics. I don't know who designed this place. Someone put key oxygen machinery on the outside of the bunker.
Is that bad? Like, how important is it that you fix it right now?
Do you like breathing?
They're very important then, yes. Fair
I'm
enough.
almost done.
Okay, what do you need help with?
I'd say probably, given your general skill set, she's like, hold this. It's like just a random sheet of metal. But like, if any meteors come down,
She wants him to feel helpful.
hold this above both of us so we don't get smacked on the head.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alexi will hold a sheet of metal above us as some sort of metal umbrella type thing.
The Russian Alexei ironically doing his best Captain America impression.
Yes, he's Captain Russia.
We will go ahead and have you roll here. We'll say boldness and composure from you.
Okay.
But then also the relationship and Kira's closeness / openness is gonna influence this as well.
-1 in this case.
Okay. So then I have a +3 for this. So then it's going to be +2. So what isn't the target number?
We're gonna say 7, just because, as we established before, meteor shower isn't hitting the base too terribly much. You're just getting a few like stray little meteorites, like the size of golf balls, just being like, pew!
10.
Okay.
Lexi holds the shit out of that piece of metal.
Hell
I was about
yeah.
to say, so that is a.
This is his jam.
Alright. So, it's rather impressive, I would think. It's genuinely very Captain America-esque. You can, like, spot a couple meteors as they're, like, screaming towards you, and you're just like, pew!
Boom, pew, yeah.
one point, Kira
Bounce
looks
him
up
back
and is just
over
like,
the fence.
"Oh my god!" Yeah, at one
Somehow
point she
hit a
just
home
looks up
run
and
with
she's
that
just like,
meteor.
"That's." She does finish up, though, and okay, I'm done.
He will put the thing down and then jump down and then offer to help her down.
She'll take the help.
Yep. I imagine he like
What are
catches
you
her like
Hell yeah.
like a male cheerleader, you know, bottom of the pyramid.
Yes.
Catches her.
Lands in his arms. Hi.
Mhm. And then I imagine Edna has probably made her way over to us.
I was just about to say,
Who sees this?
when the two of you are done flirting,
What
As Edna
what are
is
you
just
talking about? I'm just
standing
helping
there
Kira.
with,
Kira
like-
fixing
she's
and
got-
forcing things.
she's got like a half quarter of a pipe and is just like holding it above her head.
I thought she was playing baseball, like whacking up so many years.
She can also be doing that a little bit.
Reflexes that are amazing. Okay, why are you
Riley
not
ran
involved?
off again.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
From what,
Riley was sleeping. Why was Riley not sleeping? This was.
I don't know. But from what Dr. Mackenzie bumbled out before chasing after him,
Oh, great.
Abby is also going on.
I'm guessing they're going to collect meteors. She had a little grabber arm with him.
What?
This sounds like a great idea.
This is no.
Yeah, the
Oh,
rubber
okay.
umbrella was a real treat.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Which way did they go? Does Tabby have tablet?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
got her pad.
Pulls up the stuff. Kira, would you like to come with me to retrieve our roommates?
You might need the help.
I think I probably will.
Riley's a bit difficult to pull away from things.
Yes, you're better at convincing Riley. My idea of convincing Riley is put Riley over my shoulder and come back.
That would probably also work, though.
Could always put him in the cage with whatever that thing is that Tabby brought in.
From what I understand, that's a very dangerous thing. I don't know why Tabby allowed to bring that in here. I don't know how to keep these people safe. Nobody listens.
But you look so good trying.
He just like stops and he's like, "Wait, that was a compliment, wasn't it?" And he just like, "Not now, later."
Edna just like
We'll do this
gives
later.
a look over to Kira, just like,
Later, Kira. We'll do this later. Do you like vodka? I got vodka. Later, we'll have drink, talk. Whatever is happening here, I need to know.
judging from where they're going, you're probably gonna want to take the rover.
All right.
I can try.
You want to drive? You can drive. I assume you know how to drive. Well, okay.
If one of you
Very
comes
good.
back with a broken bone again, I'm not using painkillers.
That's your choice. We don't even have painkillers in mother country.
I don't even know what ibuprofen is. God.
Sorry, Russia.
There's like 80% sure Alexi's just bullshitting every time he talks about Russia.
In Russia, we fight bears. We are 12.
In Russia, right to arm bears.
Right to arm bears. Not bear arms. It's arm
Arm
bears.
Some madman gave the bear a katana.
For
It was
flavor,
Alexi.
I love this.
He's a
For
little
flavor, I'm
chaotic
gonna
when he's
say
drunk.
that I need that. But Kira has been known to take like the rovers out on a joyride now or then again.
Yeah.
Her excuse is that
I'm
she
sure
can
he
fix
knows.
anything that breaks.
He's gonna navigate, so for Kira,
Hello, sir.
based. Hi, Captain.
He's lying down here and occasionally wiggling around.
I was like, he has no
and
boundaries. He's just like, hello,
Sometimes like
me.
shoving his face between my arm and my body, just like, okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
When Gideon does that, it's an indication that it is time to provide love, because otherwise he'll lean against you until you fall over.
I feel like he'll die if you don't give him love. Why would you deny him life-saving love?
Well, on occasion, I'm making dinner and don't really have the ability to pet a very fuzzy dog.
I
and
feel
put
like
hair
that's a
all over
really,
salad.
that's a lot of excuses, Crow, and not enough petting the dog.
Simply grow a third arm to pet dog while cooking dinner.
Yes!
Oh, to have an arm exclusively for petting dog.
I need one of those.
I got to pet a dog
anyways.
today.
But yes, as the two of you take off in the rover, I think we can go ahead and call that scene there.
Yep.
You feeling any pluses or minuses?
I think there was pluses there.
Yeah. I think that went well.
Alexi all of a sudden just became aware that Kira was flirting with him. That took a minute.
I'd like to say she's been blatantly flirting with him for a while. So.
Oh, I know. And I think
You finally
it
cracked
just
through.
now got through his thick ass skull. He did not get the idea when she would perch up like while he's doing squats and shit, like and push-ups and pull-ups. Just
All
thought
right.
she was being friendly, but now he's like, wait a minute.
Like, ha.
So, +2, perhaps?
Yeah. Mhm.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Captain.
Captain is
Goodness, he is feeling the need
He
for
needs
love.
love.
tonight.
He's been like this a lot lately.
He's like,
He
Mom,
belongs.
it's
Love.
Valentine's Day.
He
I'm
misses
your
you.
Valentine, right?
Bam!
I love him very much. Hi.
Cute.
Ah, the love of animals. All right. But if I may do Ryder next, I feel like a going through the jungle scene with Riley and Tabby makes sense.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Do not like that.
Do you want to do what's director and writer? I can do writer and like.
Well, I
So-
just did Ryder. I suggested the scene. Director is
Okay.
who's ever running it.
Do you want to run it or you want me to run it, Bree?
I can give it a shot. Remind
Okay.
one sec. Remind me what the scene was. I was dealing with cat.
They are running through the jungle. And
Well,
Tabby's
Riley-
trying to get Riley to stop running through the jungle.
In the middle of a meteor shower.
I live for the drama.
Yeah, I know. I was like, Bree will love this scene.
Okay. So, a slight benefit to running through the jungle is the smaller meteors can't get through.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean the bigger meteors can't. You saw a few just rip through the foliage already, and you are approaching the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make two people roll at once?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna say both of you. Wait, I'm gonna say Riley roll determination.
Okay.
And Tabby roll composure.
That makes sense.
In terms of difficulty, I'm gonna put this at a 9. So if that means one of you can't succeed, my apologies.
Yeah, we'll see how it
This
goes.
seems like a difficult endeavor.
Here we go. Oh, so close. That's gonna be a total of 7 for me.
I also got a 7, which is why I rolled bad because I have a +3 determination.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're running and you make some progress. Charlie, can I get slightly more dramatic music?
No, sexy only.
It's the
Oh,
jazzy
okay.
jungle.
Sorry,
Okay. No, I can work with it. I can work with it.
I got it. I
Uh,
switched to tragedy, so we'll see how this goes.
I'm fine with the sexy music. That does actually work for what I'm planning to do.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, I'll switch back.
all right.
Okay.
That's loud. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Real
Okay.
sexy.
Hey, the two of you are running through, but that storm's getting real close. Trees start falling as the meteors are crashing through them. And at one point, a tree blocks your way. Another tree falls, and you find yourselves a little trapped in a bit of a small closed area. You're both fine physically. You're just very, very close.
This is why we shouldn't have run out here.
I just wanted to see the resilience of the plants.
Could have done that from an observation post.
Yes and no, I mean... Maybe it would have given visual to the overall structure, but if a large meteor hits a plant and then you remove the meteor, the plant could bounce back or be dead. I want to know which one it would be.
I mean, I understand. This place is so new and exciting, but... I'm sorry, Bradley, but I don't really understand why you do these things.
To learn, I want to know more about this planet and the plants. If some of these plants are able to survive getting crushed by a meteor, there could be some element or material we could harvest from them and use for our own means. I could do anything from giving us structural support to deflect meteor showers and reduce damage, or could be something could use for medicine.
No. You can't really make those discoveries if, well, you're the one who gets squished by a meteor.
Doesn't any new discovery come with a little bit of risk?
It doesn't have to. I've discovered plenty of new compounds, but I did that after looking at them under an electron microscope. It's not like I went running out and squeezed it out of these creatures. Or milked that one tree. That still was gross.
What is the harvesting of sap besides milking trees? It's different appearance, different materials, same concept.
They don't usually have spouts, though.
Evolutionary perks.
But that sap could be used to make a new adhesive, I guess.
Having a rave under this tree.
Somewhere maybe 10, 20 feet away from you, you hear another impact. Sounds kind of big.
Do we have, is this tree giving us any cover?
Oh yeah, no, you've got full cover. Basically, you're just kind of stuck down here until you find a way to get out. Think like a intimate tree cave, but also in the middle of a meteor shower.
Yes. In the middle of a very dangerous, life-threatening storm.
Hell yeah.
We should get out of here and get back to base.
Above the table question: do the pads, the data pads we have, are they able to track the movement of the meteor shower and general weather in the atmosphere.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. I was distracted. I think that makes sense for them to have that. So let's say yes.
Okay. Is it pretty obvious that Tabby has hers on her?
Yeah.
All right. I'd say you probably have the signal broadcasting function pulled up at the moment, but it wouldn't be that difficult to just switch over to like forecasting. Looks like this is going to be going on for a little while.
Sort of as a little setup, I imagine I spot it on Tabby's hip and just reach for it and take it without much explanation, and start tapping away at it to pull up the forecast.
How does Tabby feel about that?
There's definitely a slight moment of, huh?
All right.
Are they making a move?
Oh.
What are you doing?
Just checking the storm forecast, seeing where we are in the middle of things. Looks like there's still a ways to go, so waiting it out here probably not the most ideal. Then I'm gonna look around and try and see if I can find any gaps or structural weak points in this tree cave.
I'm going to say that you find a place where you think you could probably push your way out. You also find that even though the tree on top of you seems to have been felled, it also seems to be acquiring a mild bioluminescent property.
Oh no!
Mood lighting.
I don't suppose.
Also, your weakness.
Oh no, my plants, my weakness. I don't suppose I have any tools on me.
Do you think that Riley would sleep with a toolkit? I wouldn't rule it out personally. Or might have random tools on them that they didn't put away before falling into the cot and falling asleep.
I think that is more likely. Maybe if they had, if it was a situation where they weren't quite dragged to bed as they sort of had been there, they might have more on them. So it's probably just a random assortment of things.
Let's say generally rolling to see if you have something useful. Hello, sir. One sec. It's not for you. I'm gonna say roll cunning on this. Given Riley's general everything, I'm gonna say there's a fairly solid chance that something useful was grabbed. So let's put it at a 6.
Okay, 6 foot cunning. That's an 11.
A massive success. Okay, so
exactly what you need.
Oh yeah, you have exactly the tool that you were looking for.
All right, so this bioluminescent property, does it look like there's a material on this tree, or is it part of the tree itself?
It looks like it's part of the tree itself. And if you look at the other trees, you can kind of see ones that are still attached to their root systems. They don't seem to have the property, but the ones that have detached do.
Okay, I think I'm looking, probably grab this data pad, looked at the forecast, said some stuff, start looking around this tree enclosure, kind of go whoa, and I just mindlessly hand the data pad back to Tabby, and then I pull out my tools and start first trying to take some scrapings of this tree bark, and then seeing that's not quite what it is. And then I'll probably start with taking some little samplings from the the branches and some leaves, with the hopes of maybe cultivating those later. And then I think snipping some larger chunks of branch off this tree for more hefty samples.
All right. I'd say upon closer inspection, the bioluminescence looks like little kind of like veins running through it. They keep glowing upon detaching them and putting them presumably in some sort of sample container.
Yeah.
You rolled very well, so I will say you have whatever you need.
Okay.
Tabby, what's your impression of all this?
Tabby just like watches this happen, takes the pad back, and just like. I'm sorry, Dr. Moore. I don't want to distract you from your studies. I'm just. Kind of one of the few people I feel like I can talk to.
I think I turned around with my arms just full of branches. I was like, what? You don't feel like you can talk? The other? I mean, you were wanting to play Uno with Alexi.
Well, yeah, but... She kind of, like, shuffles her feet a little bit. I, like him?
I'm going to say roll honesty for whether or not the meaning of this comes across.
All right.
Difficulty is...
That's fair, because I was going to play that stupid.
If you were going to play that stupid, I might set it at slightly difficult. Let's say 8.
Okay. And then I've got romantically tense here, so I don't think anything influences that. No.
Yeah, I don't think there's much balance either way there.
And then what's your score there, Riley?
I have -1 guarded.
Okay. So I'm rolling at a total of +1 here. Aiming for a 9, you said?
8.
8. Okay. The Jenna dice are betraying me this evening.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4. So that's a total of a 5.
Ooh.
Yikes. Okay, we're switching
Okay, that's
dice.
I don't think your real meaning comes across.
I just look confused and I'm like, shouldn't that mean you feel comfortable talking to him?
Well, you know, he's kind of getting that Riley isn't getting it. You know, he's from Russia, and
What?
he's not a scientist.
Translation errors. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, the rest of the crew are okay, but, you know, it's co-workers. And then Miss Reeves.
I mean, she's nice enough to break equipment when it breaks. Break equipment when it breaks. Fix equipment when it breaks. She breaks the equipment and then unbreaks it.
Yeah, but I don't know, she's made some comments that make me uncomfortable.
Like what? I think at this point I sit down, and I'm just messing with the samples I have. Listening,
That
but
makes
also
sense.
like holding these up to look at them.
You notice there's slight color variations.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's talked about my confidence issues sometimes, and it's not something I like talking about a whole lot. But you know her, she's very to the point.
-3 empathy, baby.
Yeah. And then I think I'm holding up one of these branches and look over at you and then like lean really close and hold this up next to your eyes, and I'm just like, oh, this one matches the color of your eyes.
Oh.
Thank you? Wait. Kind of look at the sample. Blue. Indicates some sort of phosphate compound, but none of our... She reaches down to like the toolkit that she definitely had because she was trying to take samples from Dorothy. Takes out like a little syringe and just like... I didn't pick up any phosphate compounds, but if it's glowing blue...
There has to be some reaction. It's only on the trees that have been uprooted.
Maybe it's something in the soil that they're being denied? Or maybe... We haven't determined the reproductive cycle for this variety, have we?
Have we?
You're the botanist.
We've only been here a
I'm
month,
leaning
so...
towards no.
Yeah.
But, up to you.
Sure. We'll keep it interesting. I'll be like, not this one. I haven't really studied this type of tree too much, but now that I know it can do this.
Maybe this could be some sort of internal pollinosis? Like it's crystallizing its sap into a reproductive cycle? Let me know if the side noise gets too loud.
Someone just throw up.
I believe that was my sister making some sort of gagging reaction. Alright.
But when you say that, I think Riley just gets this, like, slow grin on their face. It's like, maybe we can take one of these, back and see if, turning it into some fertilizer could affect some of the other plant species.
I don't think we should charcoalize it. That might interfere with whatever reaction's going on. I have a few of the subspecies. Remember the little black and white ones?
Yeah.
They seem to be some variety of composters. Perhaps they could help.
I think it's worth a shot.
God damn it, you're getting me to...
As you are contemplating the potential finer points of tree reproduction, I think that's probably a good place to call that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reproduction.
Tree production, yes. That's the official term now.
Do we want to take a break or do we want to just keep going?
I think a break would be good. We just need to do the
Relationships.
for Abby and Riley.
+2?
+2 seems good to me.
+2 to +3. I mean, there was technically like a risking of life involved here.
So you two did have kind of like a connection there. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll say +3.
And Riley has game when Riley's not trying.
Oh, yeah.
An intentional game.
It's like that dumb luck in relationships that Riley's got. That's a very
Perhaps
Roxy
slowly
move of you,
Tabby's
except for
figuring
Roxy's
out-
a little more intentional about it.
And perhaps Tabby slowly figuring out, oh shit, does Riley have feelings for me?
Wait a fucking minute. We're having a lot of oh shit
It's
moments here.
bioluminescence. It matches your eyes.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay. Will you back in 10 then?
Yeah.
Works
Hang
for
on, let me make sure I press the right buttons.
We have to
Alright,
press
Back in a
buttons.
bit, folks.
All right. We're back. The romance continue.
And Captain is back.
We love him. We adore him.
He's like, I want all the romance, except I just want pets.
That
All
is
the
cat
romantic
romance,
pets.
I think.
Yeah. He just wants cuddles.
Mm,
He likes belly rubs.
mm.
Strange cat behavior.
My cat also likes belly rubs.
That's her.
Do you admit you only have one cat?
I have 2 cats. Aegon likes belly rubs, but only from his people. He's very specific.
Brr.
Mhm.
Wait, do you think Jenna only has one cat?
He believes that Aegon is an AI segment and not real cat, but I'm pretty
I
sure
was
Charlie's
at
seen
Jenna's
Aegon.
place. Not a sight, hide, or hair of Aegon.
Mhm.
I've only ever seen Aegon through digital media. And the one time he just so happened to be on camera, I wasn't there.
Don't we
Coincidence?
record?
I think the fuck not.
It's a cat conspiracy.
Oh my god.
I'm being a cat. I'm being gaslit by cats, or in other words, catlit.
Catlit.
I
Pretty
guess
sure that's my cat when he gets catnip.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
I guess we just need to get the whole crew together again up here so that you can meet Jenna's cat.
Mhm.
I did meet her cat.
The other
Singular.
cat. You can meet the other cat.
Mhm.
Anyway. What are we picking up with Alexi and Kira running through the woods?
Well, don't they have a rover or something?
Driving, yeah.
Rower.
Driving.
Kira's driving, which is gonna bode well.
I was just director, so
My turn?
Charlie, you're up.
yeah, probably Charlie.
Cool. So you're in this rover. How calm of a driver are you?
No.
Okay, that's what I was.
Well, I guess how do you define calm? Like, she's chill, but like the way she drives probably doesn't make anyone else chill.
Yeah. So yeah, like you're not being a hairpin turns,
yeah.
narrowly avoiding trees is what I'm imagining here.
That kind of thing, yeah.
Okay. So that in combination with the right out of the gate, we're gonna do a roll.
Oh yeah.
That in combination with the meteor shower. Let's do composure. I think just composure on this one.
All right. Gives me a +2.
And hang
Plus
on, let me.
difficulty.
Yep. That's a thing. I think we'll go with 8.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
All right. Rip. That is a 7.
Oh shit.
Okay. So. I'll say you're able to navigate pretty well, but like under normal circumstances, you would be doing fine, no problems, but the meteors add an extra level of difficulty, so a couple of them end up striking the rover, and it does some superficial damage that you'll need to buff out later. And in general, just kind of like slows your pace a little bit. Doesn't destroy the rover or stop you completely. But how is Alexi reacting to this wild driving of Kira's?
Alexi is surprisingly chill. He is just navigating, acting as if nothing is happening. And he's not afraid for their lives.
Up until a point that a meteor just completely takes out one of the wheels.
Then he'll freak out, but there's no reason to freak out until that happens, right?
All right.
This is how they drive in mother country. This is how they drive. It's fine.
Here's like
Very
visit
little
Russia
law.
at some point.
There is very little law in Mother Russia. Like, they just, traffic laws are more suggestions. It's fine.
It's kind of true.
The one stereotype I get correct.
All right.
You've ever seen like a viral video of like a crane just collapsing in on itself? It's 99% likely from Russia.
Mm-hmm.
They do not have a whole lot of infrastructure law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of hard when you're grift draining the entire economy. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
since the meteors aren't really substantially impacting our ability to move along, how long would you say it would take to track the signal?
Well, it's pretty easy at first, and you have a good general direction. And I'll say at one point, like, there had been pretty consistent progress on the signal for a while, and looked like they'd settled into one spot. But I imagine these data pads have a little bit of a limited function. So when Riley switches away from that signal app, you lose
Riley.
sign of them on the map.
Fucking damn it. God
What
damn it,
happens?
Riley.
Swerves.
Riley probably did something to the pen pad, but I think I remember where. In location. And now, weirdly, Alexi's getting super competent with giving you directions. Like,
Okay.
his location memory is on fucking point. Navigation on fucking point.
I would like you to done a roll for me. Let's go. Composure.
Okay.
Just composure.
Okay. What's the target number?
I think 7 makes sense because the signal had been stopped for a couple minutes before it went dark.
12.
12?
Yeah.
All right.
If you rolled that 12, that's an automatic success.
Flawless navigation.
Mm-hmm.
Even with like the meteors somewhat hampering your travel, you're having zero difficulty here.
Yeah, he's able to tell her how to navigate around that shit. Like, just super competent in this moment. This is his moment to shine. Warzone like navigation. Got you.
You, as you're driving along, you hook a left over a very large meteor that's just impacted the ground. And a couple seconds later, come upon a couple of trees that have fallen over and seem to be giving off a faint glow.
This is where the signal came from. Do you want to get out, or should I just go get them?
Tabby,
I'll
you
get
can
out with you.
probably hear the sound of a rover approaching over the impacts of the meteors, and Alexi's faint, probably the you recognize the timbre of his voice, maybe can't quite make out what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Alexei?
Gabby, is that you?
Yeah, me and Riley are in here.
Of course you are.
It's kind of pretty, but it's not great.
It's not very safe. Why are you guys not very good at being safe? It's like every minute I turn around and you guys are getting almost dead. And he just starts like pulling trees and like just like fucking tree branches and shit out of the way. I imagine he has a machete and he just starts chopping shit apart and making a tunnel.
No. I'll say for plot convenience sake, after all of the running around and the having to deal with Dorothy, there's just still lack of sleep on Riley's part, and then just the fascination with the trees. Riley probably has passed out and is just got his head like against Tabby's shoulder and it's just sleeping.
Hang on. Me and Riley... Riley? Dr. Moore? Oh god, Dr. Moore passed out!
Can you drag Riley away from where I'm chopping?
I could try. There's not a whole lot of space in here.
Okay, hold on. He just starts cutting the branches and then just pulling them out instead of like chopping them so they don't fall in on you.
I will say, if he's Kira might be able to help with like making sure it doesn't collapse.
Yeah.
Like propping some things up.
Yeah.
Putting taking some of those branches and repurposing them as supports.
Ooh, yes. You just mumble something about that being so hot. So practical, so hot.
Kira's thinking about like mining tunnel cave-ins.
What was that about, Rat? I'm sorry, I can't really hear you through all these branches.
Oh, no, just get us helping you make sure that the place stays structurally sound while I get you out.
Sit tight so you don't die.
Kira's here!
Kira drove me here to get you.
Oh. Okay.
He's gonna drive us back to safety. It'll be fine. It's very comforting.
Attack.
So I imagine they go through this. I don't know if Charlie, do you want us to make any rolls or anything?
Yeah, probably should. I think I'll have both Alexi and Kira roll. I'll go determination for Alexi and cunning for Kira. So you need to like make sure you've got the placement of these branches right. And let me find the target number. I think again, because you've got the meteor shower as an extra pressure around you, slightly an 8, slightly difficult makes sense here.
Okay, I rolled a 9, so.
With the +3 in cunning, I've got a 10.
All right, yeah, no problems. You
team.
You break apart this tree little by little and slowly unveil Tabby and Riley huddled underneath. Riley snoozing away on Tabby's shoulder.
Riley sleeping again. Now Riley decides to sleep. Why would... You know what? It doesn't matter. Alexi
There was a thing with Dorothy. We can talk about it back at base.
Alexi just picks Riley up, like fireman style, and just carries Riley back to, actually, no, like bride through threshold, style.
Yes. You good in there, Dr. McKenzie?
There's definitely a moment of like a slightly little dreamy look from Tabby as she's watching Alexi. And then...
Can I say Kira catches that and interrupts it?
Oh, absolutely.
What you looking at?
The second you do, she just like looks over at you and just has like a little pouty face. Miss Reeves.
Dr.
Ooh.
Mackenzie.
Thank you for coming to get us.
Of course. Couldn't let you die out here.
I'd prefer not to do that, yes.
Glad you got
Yeah.
some sense in you.
Hops into the back of the rover.
Mhm.
We should probably get back to the bunker quickly.
Alexi has buckled Riley in.
Riley and all of their plant samples.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Tabby is absolutely managing those that don't just like fit in your pockets.
Some of them are sticking out of their shirt, and just everywhere.
Yes. Kira gives a bit of a strange look, but okay. I will say, out of consideration of Riley being very unconscious, Kira's gonna take it a little slower on the way back to base.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Alexi's navigating.
No, going at a slower pace. You're already a pretty proficient driver. You're able to make it back. Again, probably taking more cosmetic surface damage from some of the meteors you aren't quite able to avoid, but yeah.
She drives it like into the I assume they have like a bay hangar thing for vehicles.
Garage, yeah.
Parks it in the place where normally the maintenance things go.
Mhm.
So, and she's gonna fix that later.
You're back in the maintenance garage. We'll say I think probably Edna and Captain Sparrow are watch as you kind of waiting with arms crossed as you all get out of the rover.
Hello, sir.
Oh, Riley's waking up for this one. I'm not getting rained out while Riley sleeps. Alexi wakes Riley up, unbuckles, says, "Get up! I think you're in trouble. Not from me this time."
They are very groggy and unsteady on their feet.
Alexi will haul them up by their arm, and help them out of their seat, and just hold them steady.
Captain Sparrow looks over all of you and just sighs.
Riley, why don't you explain why we had to leave compound?
I'm sorry, sir. It was my fault.
Your fault.
There was, you remember sample Delta? Well, I named her Dorothy, and I had her moved into Bunker C, collecting some samples, and she got out and scared Dr. Moore, and it was a whole mess. It was all my fault. I'm sorry.
Alright, I would like you to roll I know charm is gonna be one of them. And
cunning is the deception one.
Yeah, charm and cunning, and I have to keep scrolling back and forth between the skills and the target numbers. How do you imagine Cappy has a positive rapport with Captain Sparrow?
She absolutely does things like 99.9% by the book.
Okay.
Most times.
Okay. Let's go 7.
Okay. I got a -2, so we'll see how this goes. Oh, man. That's a total of 4.
Oh.
Captain Sparrow sighs and says, how would you like to explain again?
Dorothy got out of her cage and scared Dr. Moore.
I expect there's a little more to that story.
Not up.
Edna pipes up and Edna pipes up and says, "From what I'm aware, Riley left the compound first, and Miss Mackenzie.
Oh, Miss Mackenzie.
Miss Mackenzie went after them. I alerted Alexi and Reeves to go retrieve them.
We were
got
just retrieval
undoctored.
units.
Captain Sparrow nods and says a word with Riley. Why
Yes,
don't we...
please. I have lots of words to add if you need any extra word for Riley.
I think
Some of them in Russian, some of them in English.
I think we will likely have it covered, but if you
If
wouldn't...
you need any help, my mother taught me how to yell at people well, so.
Mr. Belova, if you wouldn't mind carrying them to the medical bay, since they seem
Yes, of course.
unsteady, we can converse there.
All right, Riley. I'm going to pick you up now. Again. For like the third time today.
You,
Picks Riley up like a bride going through the threshold and carries to the
you can bring them to the medical
people
bay.
need to lift weights around here because I just carry you around all the time.
They don't weigh much. They're not gonna...
This is valid. You do not weigh much.
Endurance training, though.
Yes.
Lightweight for a long period of time.
Yeah. He needs endurance training too, I guess.
But you
It's
can
important.
drop them off in the medical bay and leave them with Captain Sparrow and Edna, and then return to the group. Seems the three of you are free to return to your bunker or stay in the garage until the remainder of the meteor shower passes.
Okay.
They, as soon as Alexi's out of eyesight, Kira turns to Tabby and is like, "Why'd you lie?"
No, why were you outside and didn't get into any trouble? But
I was
Riley
fixing
goes
the
outside.
oxygen system.
No, that's important. I know Riley is Riley. But the only reason they're like that is because they're just excited about being here. I mean, aren't we all?
Generally, as far as I can tell.
I don't know, it's just... doesn't seem fair. I don't know.
So you were trying to protect them?
Yeah.
That's sweet. A little stupid. But sweet. -3 empathy.
Okay, what's your end game here, Kira?
It started as trying to make Tabby sweat a little, and turned into more. I'm actually genuinely curious in why you did this, about why you did this. So endgame, I guess, I don't really have much more conversation after that.
Okay. I didn't know if you were.
I'm not going towards anything. It was more just she wanted to poke Tappy a little bit.
Okay. Wanted to ruffle her feathers. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. It's fun when her feathers are ruffled.
How does Tabby? How does Tabby respond to that?
Be slightly ruffled. She's kind of low level put off, I guess. Just like, first of all, didn't really want to run out there after Riley, but did so because friend wanted to help friend. Then friend said very unexpected compliment, friend possibly wanting to be more than friend, a question mark. Suddenly that's in the mix. And then, oh, it's the giant beautiful man to save her. And the bitch who keeps on criticizing her. Oh.
I guess Kira's follow-up comment to the sweet but stupid would be, why had they care?
Well, unlike some of us, I'm trying to make friends.
Oh, that's about me? People can decide if they like me or not. That's on them.
I don't think I much care for you, Miss Reeves.
And that's your decision. You don't have to like me. Maybe don't say that around Alexi, though.
Why?
She smiles.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
What'd you do?
Well, you might have to explain why you have such an irrational dislike of me. I'm harmless.
Oh, no. She's kind of like stuffs her hands into her lab coat and just sulks.
And Alexi returns at that moment.
All right, ladies, would you like to go back? I believe that Tabby was teaching me how to play Uno. Do you know how to play Uno, Kira? Maybe we can go play Uno.
It's been a minute, but sure.
About that, Alexi, after you left, Dorothy got out and,
The
half the...
horse slug got out of... How did this happen?
I wanted to collect another sample.
Oh.
Her throat sac was gorged, so it seemed like the prime time. And then half the Uno cards are sludge. No.
Okay, I have a better idea. This has been a long day. I don't know why this has been such a long day. It's only been like 5 hours, but it's a long fucking day. I'm going to go get the vodka out of my room, and then I teach you how to play a game.
How do you feel about strip poker?
I can't do it on command, but just red.
This is a good idea. Would you like to play strip poker with me and Kira?
I think you should say yes. I want to see how far down that flush goes.
I don't know how to play poker, let alone strip poker.
I'm gonna go get cards and vodka. You two ladies talk this over more. Okay? Bye-bye.
Kira, are you trying to persuade Tabby to play strip poker?
She's just trying to hit on Tabby.
Okay.
She's like,
Make her as
Has a weird
uncomfortable as
reaction.
humanly possible.
Then I
yeah,
would like
a weird
you.
reaction where she's like, you don't like me. All right.
I would like you to make a social roll
What?
to try and convince Tabby to join in on this this game. So, Tabby, what is your guarded trusting?
+2 trusting.
Okay.
She is easy to influence.
Okay. And then let's do cunning and charm.
All right. From cunning and charm, that's a +5, and then from you, that's a +2. So
Plus
the difficulty?
7. How is Tabby feeling towards Kira?
Currently, like, she's weirdly stealing her guy, but then he's not actually her guy, so confused, annoyed, and now she's hitting on her, and like, what the fuck?
To Kira, this is all internally consistent.
Does Tabby feel like off balance in a way that she could be convinced?
Yes?
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't know how good Alexi is at strip poker, and if he starts losing.
Okay. I think we'll go with 9 for the difficulty.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then what's your relationship with each other?
Romantically tense.
Probably because Kira keeps hitting on her and Tabby doesn't know what to do about it.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, I feel like you're hitting on her, trying to get her to play strip poker. This feels like furthering the relationship. I'm just giving you all the advantages here.
Okay. So is that +1?
Yeah.
Okay, so my base roll's a 10.
Oh dear god.
So that's an 18.
+5,
Oh.
+2, +1.
18.
You know what? Sure. We'll play strip poker. Sure.
Kira steps real close and is just like, glad to hear it. Walks away. Flirting through intimidation or intimidation through flirting? Unclear.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. I think we're just about ready to wrap up the scene, but I do want everyone to make a... Let's see. I'm gonna have each of you roll for this strip poker just to see how well everyone does. So I think for sure we're gonna have cunning and I think charm. Cunning and charm.
Oh shit. Okay.
Good combination for me.
Alexi's
boy.
gonna lose this fucking game.
It may be less difficulty number to beat and like we compare to each other. See how well everyone's doing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh shit.
With add-ons, 9.
That was a -1 for Alexi.
Oh, he's naked.
Okay.
Still naked.
And
And
Tabby?
totally fine with it.
I love it.
That is a 5.
All right. Okay. So Alexi totally naked. Kira's pretty much clearing house. I'll say Tabby.
Can I say that Kira threw a few rounds for an excuse to take her shirt off?
Sure. So you're shirtless, but still pretty much clearing house. I'll say Tabby's down to her underwear. So.
And is like halfway between hiding behind her cards and just every once in a while there's just like a little gap that's just like pointed at Alexi, just like
How far down does that blush go?
pretty far. She's pretty pale.
All right. Cool.
All right.
So let's do some relationship changes.
+5 for
I
everyone.
think between Tabby and Kira,
Oh my gosh, I don't know. That
I
was
think
a
that's a
roller
+3.
I
Yeah.
would say so, but yeah, that was a
All
roller
right.
coaster fucking ride.
+3 feels appropriate.
Works for me.
And then I think... Alexi and Kira +1 and Alexi and Tabby +1 just because of the strip poker element.
Yeah. Then
What does that put Tabby and Alexi? It's at 11, right?
yeah, that would be at 11.
Okay.
And I feel like we kind of have to have a scene of Riley with the captain.
Kinda, yeah.
Which I can direct if we want to.
Yeah.
I don't have any ideas for that, so.
Yeah, me neither.
And actually, how late were we planning on going? This might be a good point to move towards the conclusion, depending on how long we want this to be.
I mean, however long we want to go. We've been playing for 2 hours, 45 minutes. So we wanted this to be the last scene, and then we could kind of do more of a wrap-up of...
We can do to be continued.
Yeah, where things go. Hint at the emotional development. Maybe. I guess we could do this scene, and then if anyone, based on what, how relationships have shifted so far, if we want like a more significant, not necessarily a milestone scene, but like a progress scene between whatever pairings. Do that. So.
Sure.
Sounds good. Well, then we'll start in the captain's office. I'd say by now Meteor Storm's probably dying down. He's got your file pulled up on his pad. More. This is the 13th infraction.
Number.
There's supposed to be disciplinary action at 2. Now, your work's been exemplary, so I've been letting it slide. But the complaints are not unheard here.
From Alexi, you mean?
He's certainly the most vocal. The fact of the matter is you've been causing trouble for all of the security staff. As well as that one incident with food preparation. Look, you're a great botanist. We've made a lot of discoveries here thanks to your work. And I appreciate your work ethic too, even though I think I could stand to lay off on those energy drinks.
They're fine, probably.
We know you're putting additives in them.
For flavor.
I don't want to have to send you back home, is my point. So, maybe next time... What were you even trying to do out there?
I wanted to see the resiliency of local flora and fauna against a natural phenomenon. But I found luminescent plants instead, and I start pulling out twigs and leaves.
I can tell there's a glowing stick in your hair.
Yeah.
and that could be an insight into the reproductive cycles. But the next time you want to check that out, especially when it's a situation like this, you talk to me first. Or at the very least, Mr. Belova, alright? He's in charge of security for your sector. It's his job to make sure you don't get hurt. Such as, what are we up to, Edna? And Edna, like, peeks up for where she's been, like, bandaging your arm. That's 14 abrasions. Well, at least it's not the broken bone from last time. And this time, you roped Dr. Mackenzie into it. I just want you to consider the ramifications of your actions. We are here in the spirit of discovery. The spirit of discovery needs to be measured. Alright? Otherwise, when we next have our supply drop-off, I might have to put you on the ship.
I understand.
Alright. Now get to your bunker. Dismissed.
Nod and will head out the door.
Edna stands up. If it's alright with you, Captain, I'll go with him. Still needs a little touching up. These are like waves her out. She follows you. So, kid, what'd you find?
Immediately starts pulling out branches and leaves and launching into this explanation of the bioluminescence of trees that are felled.
She's nodding along. Notably not adding any additional bandages. Can't deny your passion.
I mean, we have a whole planet to discover. I don't know how anyone couldn't be excited by that.
Different people are excited by different things. You might want to keep that in mind. That, Mackenzie girl, she stood up for you. People don't do that without a reason.
I think Riley was so out of it that he does not remember this. So he just like, she did?
She tried to say it was her fault. Captain didn't buy it. But I chalked that up to mostly her being a piss poor liar. Just remember that people care about you, yeah?
Yeah. Riley just looks confused.
And at this point, two of you have come to the Bunker C door. Alright. Hunker down in here until... And as she opens the door... Hey, Jenna.
Alexi is like perched, like just laying across the floor, like on his side with like his arm like this, and like just like.
I'm just imagining a full moon situation.
Half-mast, not that everybody needed to know, but hi Riley. We're playing strip poker. I have lost. Do you like vodka? I have vodka.
I think I'm gonna lie down.
Okay, your cat is over there. Did you eat something today? Check in my pants. There are power bars.
Is that a power bar in your pants?
You
or
cannot
just
see.
after seeing me?
You cannot see Tabby's reaction behind
But
the
her
cards.
entire body has turned bright red.
There is definitely a thought bubble above her head, like there's also a power bar outside of the pants, but
That's amazing.
I love it.
Kira said that. No.
I think
Just kidding.
Riley was going to go straight to their cot and goes over to the pants, the aforementioned pants, pulls out the power bar, just doesn't eat it, just takes it with them and cocoons himself on their cot.
You should eat. You haven't eaten it today.
Probably a twig sticking out of the top of the cocoon.
Yes.
Whatever. I can't.
Well, if you're gonna bone, use the condoms. And Edna just closes the door.
At some point, Kira also took her pants up, even though she didn't lose a round.
Where?
Mostly because like
and the pants are gone.
they were both completely, well, one's completely naked, one's almost completely naked. So she's like, nah, may as well.
This is where I want this to go anyway, so.
I feel like in the midst of that, Tabby like tries to scoot her chair closer to where Riley's sleeping. Hey.
I hand up and pull down the cocoon so I can see. Hi.
John didn't chew you out too bad, did he?
Threatened to send me home.
I'm sorry.
It's my own fault, really.
But we're a team. We should be better about working together. We should be, maybe.
Edna said that, I mean, I was kind of out of it, but Edna said you tried to cover for me.
Yeah, not that it worked.
But tried. Thanks.
You're welcome. Can you tell me if this poker hand's any good? I've been staring at it for 5 minutes and I've got no idea.
Riley looks at it. They just shrug and are like, I know nothing. Poker. And then I think they stick out their other hand that has the power bar and just says power bar.
I'll split it with you. She'll take half. Turn back the table. Go fish?
Yeah. All right.
If you like.
Yeah.
Kira takes a shot of vodka because what?
Yeah. Alexi raises an eyebrow and then also takes a shot.
It's like, I need to be drunker for that.
Riley, do you like vodka?
I'm good.
Okay.
And they gave me some painkillers, so I probably shouldn't.
Oh, yes. You're not supposed to drink when you've had painkillers.
Can I put my clothes back on now?
Sure.
Go for it.
And I think over on their cot, I'm gonna make this mushy. Riley pulls the twig out of their hair, and kind of just looks at it and holds it in their hands, and our viewer sees that it is the one that matched Tabby's eyes.
It's just like the perfect shot where Tabby like looks back over and gives like an awkward smile at Riley right as the twig is like right next to where her eyes are in the shot. I think that's a good place to call the scene there. Say probably a +1 to Kira and Alexi in regards to Tabby. Continued strip pokerage.
+1 for bodies.
And +3 for Riley?
Sure.
Gets us over that threshold.
Woo! So we can now either be best friends, in love, or enemies.
One of these things is not like the others.
Hi, Aegon. Are you gonna come say hi to Crow?
Here.
You gonna come say hi to Crow, buddy?
Well, as Jenna prepares her AI deep fake over Sparrow, I would think for Tabby in the coming months, if y'all don't want to do any other relation things.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I think that Alexi has added +3. Well, no, because Tabby's, it was just +1. Okay, so, I don't know. I think Kira and Alexi probably... I don't know, they're vibing with the drinking.
Kira's
beauty.
fully flirting with him for the entire game.
Yeah. It took him long enough with his thick skull.
That's thick.
But I would say +3 after that.
I told you I can make dirty jokes if I want to.
And I appreciate your timing.
Mhm.
If you want to add stuff from post scene, Kira's absolutely trying to hop on that deep, so probably not in front of the other two.
No arguments from Lexi on that.
Riley will be incredibly uncomfortable if that's happening.
Why are you guys going through the meteor tower? Listen, we just rescued you.
Kira's got other places.
Oh yeah, there's.
You want the cardinal relationship? You got Alexi x Kira. You want the sweet relationship? You got Riley x Tabby.
Yep. And I don't know if there's any pluses for... What do you think, Riley and Alexi? I feel like it hasn't moved really because, like, Alexi was just doing the normal chastising and Riley was out of it, so...
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we got no other relationship modifiers, I think we can do that whole, like, where are they now / cliffhanger thing.
1 month later.
1 month later.
I like the idea that maybe after the meteor shower, Tabby has a good chunk of her lab and equipment moved into the greenhouse. So that she can sort of, like, work directly alongside Riley.
Aww.
Provided they're willing.
I imagine it kind of starts with the talk of the trees, the bioluminescent trees, and it's like, oh, Tabby has this one piece of equipment that Riley doesn't have that we need, and she goes and gets it, and it just starts this cascade of slowly moving things over into the greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Aww. That's so cute.
Sweet.
And eventually there's, like, there's an experiment where, like, you need to combine, like, some of the...
Our powers combined.
Some of the rot slugs with, like, some of the mulch. And both of you need to monitor it. And it's, like, 2 weeks of just basically staring at a patch of dirt with each other.
Sometimes, like, I feel like we get into this, like, shift cycle where there are periods of time where we're both up at the same time, but, like, there's now 2 cots in the greenhouse, and...
Aww. That's so cute.
Meanwhile, in the barracks.
Yeah. Alexi and Kira get there all the time.
They bang.
So much banging.
It's very acrobatic.
Like, you all can't open random closets without, like, knocking first.
Why do I get the distinct impression Edna is the first one to just, like, walk in and she has no reaction?
No, she throws a thing of condoms at them, I imagine.
Probably.
We're not delivering babies on this base.
Kara keeps good track of those things, though, because she's not getting pregnant out here. Or ever.
I was gonna say, probably has an IUD before.
Oh, yeah. No, there are multiple means of birth control.
So many types of birth control have been used in this.
Like, my child is the giant machine gun that I made.
Your child is the mech.
Yeah.
Do you allow Alexi into the mech?
Yeah.
Is there sex in the mech?
Probably.
Cockpit sex. That's why it's called the cockpit.
Absolutely. I feel like Alexi's like trying to be cute and romantic with her, but like
Kira tolerates it. She thinks it's cute. She's not really into the super mushy stuff, but it's not like just sex on her end.
Yeah. They like move their like quarters to like she has stuff at his quarter and he has, you know.
You probably discover she doesn't really use her actual bedroom because she just sleeps in her workshop half the time.
Then he makes his area comfortable for her.
Hell yeah. I'd imagine probably a lot of like whenever he goes on rounds in the morning, she's just going with him. Because fix the stuff on the fence. Also,
yeah, he's super sappy, but he does very thoughtful things for her.
Yeah.
Thoughtful and practical. Because he thinks that the fact that she's so practical is hot, actually.
She appreciates that more than like the super sappy stuff. I don't know. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think to each their own. I think romance takes its own shape for everybody, and I personally am not a super sappy romantic. I'm much more of a practical like person in a relationship. Like I appreciate somebody clearing off my car in the morning, you know, rather
we're
than
talking about real life. I thought you were still like...
No, but like that's how I imagine that they have it, is like more of that like practical, thoughtful stuff. They're not like your typical sappy couple. You know,
whereas Riley and Tabby have the remote, the anniversaries and Oh my god, we've been dating for 3 weeks.
No. Absolutely.
Absolutely. B, if you think Tabby is not the kind of person who's gonna do that whole, like, calculate a formula out that when you graph it is a heart.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's adorable.
Or, like, some
That's
sort of, like,
adorable.
heartfelt message.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
she would 100% would do that.
God.
I love that.
I think that would be right up. Those are things that Riley appreciates because I imagine that with their habits of not sleeping for maybe 2 to 3 days at a time and running purely on energy drinks, they forget what day it is. So keeping
Oh my
track
God.
of those anniversaries is a little more difficult for them.
For a slightly softer thing, yeah, Kira's not much for romance, but like sometimes though when the patrols are like at the farthest point from base, it's nice to just stop for a moment and like hold hands, lean against him.
Aw.
Aw.
Just have like
See,
those
like-
quiet moments of solitude.
They're secretly like really cute, but like
They're not cute in front of other people.
no, it's gross. Why are you guys
front of
putting
other
your
people, they
tongue
are
down each other's
nasty.
throats every 5 minutes?
Pretty much.
But they're like adorable if you're really paying attention. It's like very subtle.
Subtle adorableness, but it's hard to see the subtlety because why are you sticking your tongue down each other's throats?
Constantly. Is that her underwear hanging out of your pocket, Alexa?
There is some underwear hanging off the mech one day, and all the other engineers are too afraid to say anything. Kara left it there on purpose.
Gonna ask.
Absolutely. 200%.
She's asserting dominance.
Leaving underwear in places to make people uncomfortable.
Pretty much.
That's legit something that my father has done.
That's horrible. But this is not behavior I endorse in real life.
No, this is purely fantasy
I-
behavior.
So I'd play a gremlin character this time.
No, I think that they're really cute, like, but in a very practical way that isn't super in your face. But also, like, they make out a lot, and everyone's like, do they even like each other? We're not.
Yeah, but nobody's watching in this week.
Yeah,
Interesting
yes.
contrast here
Yes,
between
absolutely. You've got like the really sweet, adorable couple, and then the
what the
hot
fuck's
and
going on
heavy.
with them.
Science
What
nerd
are they-
love.
what are they doing? I'm not sure.
One couple has chemistry, the other has chemistry.
They have raised the temperature of this barracks by 10 degrees. Maybe more some days.
Ooh.
Then maybe someday the four of them are sent out on a mission that lasts for some time.
Longer than it should.
Maybe those lines get blurred a little bit. All
Eyebrow
right.
wiggles.
Sounds like we're at a stopping point.
Good thing Alexi works out so much. That's all I have to say.
You gotta have the stamina.
My God. All right.
Gotta climb that tower.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Happy Valentine's Day, I guess.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hopefully be back next week with something.
Hopefully San Sebastian or Jukebox Justice or whatever.
Either's
Who
gonna be
knows?
interesting, so tune in.
Yeah. As for one, we need Tess and Jenna, and for the other, we need Maria. So
Yep.
Depending on who's available and not completely burnt out,
Yep.
we'll see which one we play.
But enjoy your Valentine's Day if you're doing anything.
And thank you for spending part of it with us.
Yes.
Have a good
We
week.
heart you.
Pet a dog, eat a snack, take a nap, and till
Good
next time.
self care.
Bye-bye.